Okay, so we have just 7 rounds to go in AFT Dice Season 11, and let me tell you, the race to the finals is absolutely at a boiling point. So we're going to break down how we got here and what the data predicts for this thrilling conclusion.
You know, this is the biggest question on every single fan's mind. After a round of absolute nail-biters and some serious blowouts, the ladder is so congested that picking a winner right now, it feels almost impossible. So let's see if the data can help us out.
You have to look back at round 10. Everything changed in that one round. Seriously, the results from just that single weekend of footy completely shook up the finals picture and set the stage for the chaos we're seeing right now. Let's kick things off with that absolute thriller up in Queensland. The clash between the Brisbane Lions and the Gold Coast Suns, well, it went right down to the wire. It's a perfect example of just how razor-thin the margins are this season. Just 2 points. That's it. That's all that was in it. One single kick separated triumph from absolute heartbreak and sent these massive shockwaves right through the top of the ladder. That win proved to be absolutely crucial for the Lions. So while the Lions were just winning by the skin of their teeth, way over in the West, a totally different story was unfolding. See, one team decided they weren't really interested in a close game. They were there to make a statement. And what a statement it was. A massive 39-point demolition. Fremantle didn't just bank the 4 points against another finals contender in St Kilda, they gave their percentage a huge boost. And that's a factor that could become so vital in just a few weeks' time. So, after all that drama in round 10, the ladder is just a fascinating thing to look at. The results have created this really clear divide, which has, in turn, created a pressure cooker environment for every single team in the top 8. Just look at this. The top 4 teams, that's Adelaide, West Coast, Brisbane, and Geelong, they're all locked on 28 points, only separated by percentage. Then, right behind them, the next 4 teams, from Fremantle down to St Kilda, are all sitting on 24 points. It's an incredible logjam. You can really see it here. It's like 2 distinct blocks. The top 4, they've got that 1-game buffer, but there is absolutely zero room for error for anyone in this group. One loss, just one, could send a team tumbling right down the ladder. So how is this all going to play out? Well, to get a clearer picture, we've run a pretty powerful simulation of every single remaining game. Now, this isn't just guesswork. The model weighs all sorts of factors like current form, how tough a team's schedule is, home ground advantage, you name it. So let's see what the data predicts. The simulation is projecting some absolutely fantastic storylines. It sees the Brisbane Lions just going on a tear, probably helped by a pretty favourable run home. It's also predicting a classic late-season surge from Hawthorn, who are sitting in 9th right now, to snatch a final spot. But, you know, for every rise, there has to be a fall. And it looks like St Kilda's tougher draw sees them tragically slipping out of the... All right, after running all the numbers, our simulation paints a really clear picture of the season's ultimate winners and losers, from the very top to the very bottom. And here they are. The Brisbane Lions' strong run home sees them crowned the Minor Premiers, which would cap off a brilliant season for them. And at the other end of the spectrum, it's looking like a tough finish for North Melbourne, who are predicted to collect the wooden spoon. So here's the predicted final top 8. The top 6 spots are pretty much held by familiar faces from the current ladder, but look at Hawthorn sitting there at number 7. The simulation has them absolutely storming home to make the finals, with Richmond just hanging on to that final spot in 8th. Okay, so what does this final ladder actually mean for the finals? Let's take a look at the massive matchups our simulation has cooked up for us for that first week. And this sets up some absolute blockbusters. In the qualifying finals, you've got 1st versus 4th and 2nd versus 3rd for a direct path to the prelims. And then in 2 cutthroat elimination finals, Fremantle will host Richmond, while GWS takes on a red-hot Hawthorn. And this is fascinating. The simulation isn't just predicting the matchups, it's actually calling its shots. It's tipping what it calls a small upset with Hawthorn, the lower-ranked team, to continue their dream run by knocking out the GWS Giants in a do-or-die clash. So, while the data simulation points towards a dominant finish and even a premiership for the Brisbane Lions, we all know anything can happen in the finals. The numbers give us a roadmap, sure, but the story is so far from written. So who do you think is going to defy the odds and lift that cup?